All right, look, I was watching the news yesterday morning, and once again, we've got Barnaby Joyce in there, red-faced like a bloody tomato, carrying on about electricity prices, how he wants to run with nuclear, how he wants to fix the old coal plants. Well, guys, the only way to fix this situation is to individualize our own electricity. We have the methods, we have the means of storage, and we have the capabilities to do it. We just don't have any legislation to say that we can. Energex already is creating community batteries, wherein you can generate plenty of electricity at your house, but then it gets stored in their battery and you can only use so much. So you don't even get to use what you're generating. This is obviously a pretty atrocious attempt at stealing our what we've upgraded for our own infrastructure. So look, if we can use solar, wind, biothermal energy to generate our own electricity and heat in our home, and we can use multitude of different storage capabilities at the moment, why are we relying so heavily on the grid? The only way to reduce the reliance on this grid is to generate our own electricity and stop having such a prevalence for it. If we can generate and store our own electricity and heat in our own environment, then the individual person won't be needing such a heavy reliance on the electricity grid. However, at the moment, families are spending on average $1,200 every quarter, every 3 months, $1,200. That's $400 a month. That comes down to $100 a week just on electricity. This is absolutely ludicrous. We've got median house rental prices going for $700 a week. We've got $100 for electricity. We've got $150 for fuel. Where does the people expect all this money to actually come from? That's before you've even bought your food. We need to bring the prices down on energy and electricity, and it needs to happen really quickly, because the quicker we do this and the quicker we start setting up this infrastructure and substructure, the quicker we can put the money back into the pocket of people like you, people like me. But the longer people like Barnaby Joyce carry on and scream and stand up and stomp their feet and blast red in the face like a tomato on the news, the longer we're going to be in the dark. We may as well be ostriches sticking our head in the sand. We may as well be just hiding away from the real issue. And the real issue is that we have a third-party conglomerate that's controlling one of the most basic aspects of our everyday life and then charging us for it. Not only are they charging us for it, but they set the pricing. There's nowhere to say this is what electricity should cost. We pay what it costs because that's what they tell us to pay. However, if we can generate and store our own electricity, we won't have to pay this $1,000 every 3 months, these $1,200 every 3 months. We've got ships and caravans and cars and trucks that go off grid for months at a time. We need to be investing more into sustaining this future rather than creating more and more and more energy grids, energy plants. We don't need that. That's ridiculous. We need to scale down. We need to individualize the energy consumption and production for the Australian people. And we need to do it immediately, because the sooner we do this, the sooner we can start bringing down the cost of living, reducing the strain on the households that are already struggling.